super skillful fighter, very talented fighter. And I talked about that, a while back. And I thought about this, if he wanted to go to 168 and he want to fight Canelo bad and Benavidez want to fight Canelo bad, they can't get Canelo, they can fight each other. Benavidez and Crawford.
Whoa, wait a minute. Wow, for real?
I'm saying that both of you guys are chasing one fighter. If y'all feel like y'all chasing him and y'all can't get that fighter, then y'all should say, fuck it, we'll fight each other.
Damn, that's crazy. I mean, Terence Crawford at 168 against David Benavidez, that's a hell of a fight. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Crawford will fight you if he beats Canelo.
I wouldn't fight Crawford. I'm at 170.
David Benavidez isn't celebrating Canelo's loss. He's furious. Snapping at Terence Crawford for ruining the timeline and the biggest payday, he's no longer waiting for a shot. With one non-negotiable demand, Benavidez flips the script, signaling a power shift in boxing that the world can't ignore.
He was, I think, referring to maybe if David could go and fight Crawford. Like, that's crazy. To be honest, that would be even an embarrassment to me to say, David's too big for Crawford. And I always said that. Plus, you've seen Bo Mack also. They're not interested in David, Let's focus on what we have. And, I've been seeing a lot of weird things happening in boxing these days. We got Tank fighting Jake Paul. We got Terence Crawford fighting Canelo. We're focused on the fight that's coming.
You'd think Benavidez would celebrate his rival's loss, but the truth is far more complicated.
I didn't see it. I like Terence Crawford. I like his boxing skills, but I'm gonna admit, man, it was just too hard for me to give him a win.
In a candid new interview, Benavidez revealed the chaos behind the scenes with Saudi organizer Turki Al-Sheikh, where a handshake deal was supposed to set up a life-changing fight. The plan was simple. Canelo defeats Crawford and immediately faces Benavidez in the mega showdown of the decade. But Crawford's shocking upset shattered that script. And Benavidez didn't hold back bluntly, stating that Crawford had ruined everything, turning a rival's success into a personal and financial disaster.
Canelo? People are talking about it.
Turkey hit it at that. He was like, Benavidez.
Yeah, he
Turkey,
did.
So.
Turkey just posted that this morning, wondering if Benavidez can make 168. Maybe he has plans or ideas of maybe trying to match up Benavidez and Terence Crawford.
No, man. No, they ain't doing that fight.
Maybe planning on vacating the belts.
No, we ain't gonna vacate the belts. We just gonna sit where we need to sit for a minute, and then, just like I said, get back in the gym and do our.
With the mega fight off the table, the power has completely shifted. For years, Benavidez chased every opportunity, willing to bend over backward to face Canelo, but that's over. Now the WBC interim light heavyweight champion holds all the cards. His ultimatum is clear and uncompromising. If Canelo wants a shot at the Mexican monster, he must come up to 175 pounds. Benavidez will never drop to 168 again. Respect and the proper weight class are non-negotiable.
So we know that in your division, maybe it'll be Duvall or Benavidez. We're all excited because now it's Turki Al-Sheikh and he owns the receiver. Also Canelo and Crawford. Which would you prefer the winner of if there was a possibility down the line now that you are,
To be honest with you, I don't think a fight with me and Canelo would ever happen at 168. I want to go back to 160. I'm good at 175. I'm world champion here. So if you don't want to come up to fight at 175, I'm all good with that. But right now, I can't live in this fantasy world where, like, oh, maybe I'm going to get this fight, maybe this and that. I've done my job. I've done everything to get this fight. This is one of the biggest fights in boxing. A person don't want to make it happen. I'm not going to waste my time trying to make a fight happen. This person doesn't want to fight. So I'm just trying to fight these people.
With the dream fight on hold, Benavidez has set his sights on Anthony Yarde, and this time the motivation is as much about the payday as the glory. He admitted the Saudi Arabian purse was insane. Too good to pass up, but this isn't just a check fight. True to his reputation, Benavidez promised a war, and he delivered, ending the match with a historic TKO that marked his 25th knockout. Yet he still considers the fight B grade, a testament to his relentless drive to improve, a mindset drilled into him by his father from a young age. Yarde, a dangerous and desperate fighter, played right into Benavidez' aggressive style. He wasn't just boxing, he was hunting, bringing the ferocity that fans have come to expect and crave.
Excited, bro. We're right here. We're on this side of the street, Riyadh season, to where all the big fights get made happen. And I'm excited to be here because I know I'm going to get these big opportunities after this fight. A lot of big opportunities are coming in. But first things first, I'm 100% focused on my fighter, Anthony Yarde. I know he's a good fighter. He has a lot of experience. He's been in there with the best. But I'm just going to be too much for him. Right now, the moment where I'm at in my life, I feel like I'm a couple years away from taking over the sport of boxing. And I can't wait to do that and show the people who I am, show them how good I am. Like I said, there's a lot of great fighters on this side of the street, and I'm ready to fight all of them, and I'm ready to prove myself to the world and to the people that I'm going to...
For years, Benavidez' career seemed defined by a fight that never happened. Always the looming question, when will he face Canelo? But in a rare moment of clarity, he admitted he's finally letting it go. Realizing that boxing politics were holding him hostage, he understood that waiting on Canelo was stalling his own legacy. Accepting that the redhead might never sign the contract, Benavidez decided to stop caring and focus on carving his own path.
...to be made because I've been in a position from back then like Canelo Alvarez, we were trying to get that fight for years and years, and that fight didn't happen. So, I kind of learned learned how to block everything out, and I just prepare for what's in front of me, Like I said, I've been making the case that I want to fight the best fighters in the world, the best fighters in the division, and it's kind of hard to make those fights happen. There's a lot of politics that go in behind it, but little by little, one step at a time, I feel like we're getting to the moment where we want to get to, in my career. And, all these fights are starting to manifest itself. And like I said, if we don't get the fights now, we're definitely going to get them in the future. But as we wait for those big fights, this is a great fight to take. Meanwhile,
this marks a psychological shift that makes him even more dangerous. Benavidez is no longer a challenger, waiting for a champion's permission. He's a fighter forging his own path, undeterred by what the superstars do.
I'm not gonna be stupid and say, oh, if I could get a fight with, Usyk, I gotta give the respect to the weight classes. They're there for a reason. But if I could get a fight with Surdo Ramirez, I think right now is the best time to make it happen, because I always knew there would be a possibility of fighting him, but now this is the best time to make it happen. Two Mexicans, and fighting, maybe we can make it in Las Vegas, in the United States after this fight. And honestly, what else does Surdo Ramirez have? I know they're trying to fight Opataya, but honestly, I'm a bigger name than Opataya right now because of what I've done in the fights I've fought. I'm not saying that I'm stronger or whatever it is. I've done the work. I've fought pay-per-views. I've put in the work. So I think it's solidified that me and versus Surdo Ramirez will be a bigger fighter than Surdo Ramirez versus Opataya. And then that's just in my opinion. No disrespect to Opataya or nothing. He's a great fighter. But I think it makes sense on both sides for me and...
Canelo out of the picture, Benavidez has unveiled a bold new plan. He's aiming to leave the light heavyweight division behind and move up to cruiserweight, setting his sights on challenging Surdo Ramirez for 2 belts.
Then my plan is to get a fight with Surdo Ramirez at cruiserweight. It's just like, I've been calling for these big fights. I've been showing that, I back up everything I say. You know what I mean? And I think, I've been held back a lot, not only because these other fighters, they know that they don't want to give me opportunity because they know what's going to happen. And I think that's more and more apparent day by day. So, like I said, if it's not with these big... If it's not with Beterbiev or Bivol, then we're trying to go after Surdo Ramirez. You know what I mean? And I want to reach greatness, and I think it's time to do that. And with the way everything is happening right now, I'm just grateful for Lord Jesus Christ and God Almighty and my father, my team, and everything is going great. And I'm extremely motivated, and I'm gonna accomplish everything I set out to.
Benavidez sees this as a major legacy move, becoming a multi-division champion and asserting dominance in a weight class where size and power truly matter. After that, he aims to face the winner of Beterbiev versus Bivol for undisputed status. He's not just chasing fights, he's chasing history.